Hey guys, welcome back to Cook You Bastards. Got a good one today, my first collaboration. Of course, the person I'm collaborating with isn't here, but that's because she's got better things to do. She's best-selling author, Jennifer Donnelly. She's written a whole lot of books. One of my favorites is one of her first ones called A Northern Light, or A Gathering Light to you guys in the UK, about a young girl in the Adirondacks who essentially unravels a murder. Yeah, you gotta read it. Great book. Anyway, so Jennifer, who obviously has excellent taste in YouTube channels, full disclosure, she's my sister-in-law, so she can't really escape me. But that being said, she's a good sport, happened to give me a whole bunch of venison. I like venison. Wild venison right here, pound or two, and told me to go to town with it. So what I'm gonna do, inspired by A Northern Light, is make kind of a Adirondack forager stew sort of thing. So what I'm gonna put in, I'm gonna put some dandelion greens, I'm gonna put some woodier mushrooms, I've got some scallions. I wanted to get wild onions, but you know, it's February and the ground is frozen solid. I also wanted to get burdock roots and throw them in there, but again, hard to dig up right now, so I'm gonna throw some potato in there instead. But the first thing I'm gonna do, and P.S. I haven't researched how to make a venison stew. Why would I do a thing like that? So who knows how this is gonna turn out. But first thing I'm gonna do is dump all this venison into a bag with flour, salt and pepper, shake it around, get it coated, and then I'm gonna brown it in duck fat. Shake it around, make sure everybody gets nice and coated. Fire up bad boy. Get them around 5, we'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cut up some of these scallions. I'm gonna leave them pretty whole. I like the look. Plus, I want this to be kind of forager style, you know? All right, bad boy's coming along. Throw those in there. I want to kind of watch my heat. I don't want these to burn. The flour could burn. So I'm okay keeping the heat a little bit low. Wash your hands after handling the raw meat, kids. When you're browning meat, you don't want to overload the pan because then it cools down and it's not going to brown your meat very well. All right, so this venison browned up nicely. Get a little color on them. Then, oh, those smell good. I'm gonna deglaze the pot with some beef stock because I don't have any venison stock. When you deglaze, that gets all those nice brown bits off the bottom. Those are tasty. All right. Add my venison back in. Put enough of this beef stock in there to cover it. Then I'm just going to let it simmer with the onions for a while. I'm going to put a lid on it. I'm not going to put the mushrooms in just yet because I don't want them to overpower the venison flavor. I'll put them in towards the end with the dandelion greens and the potato. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm just going to keep an eye on it and add everything else in when I think it's about half an hour away from being done. It's been about an hour and a half, and it's looking pretty good. I'm going to throw in the dandelion greens, get in there you woodier mushrooms, and the potato instead of burdock root. Well, I cut them up kind of small like a burdock was. Stir that up, and I'm going to let that simmer for half an hour. All right, it's been half an hour. I think everything's ready. Let's eat. All right, guys, here we go. Finally, the moment of truth. I'm doing the webcam thing because it's kind of late and I already broke down my camera stuff. You know, normal procedure would be you taste something while you're cooking it, but I made it a point not to taste this at all while I was cooking it. So this is going to be very interesting. It smells amazing, I gotta tell you. So let me give it a try. Got some venison there, got potato, a little bit of mushroom. Alright, here goes nothing. That's pretty good. It needs a little bit of salt, which I sort of expected since I haven't added any salt to it. But yeah, that's really tasty. The mushrooms, the venison, super tender. The gravy's very thick. The mushrooms are good. The dandelion greens are really nice, crunchy. Nothing's too overpowering. This venison is great. It's a very mild venison, still more flavorful than beef or something like that. Wow. If that's how Maddie in a Northern Light was eating, then she was doing all right. She wasn't, I don't think, but this is pretty tasty if I do say so myself. Not bad at all. Might even write down a recipe for this one because it's pretty good. Anyway, so thanks for joining me for this a Northern Light Adirondack venison stew, a Northern Light inspired Adirondack venison stew. Check out Jennifer Donnelly, her website. I'm going to try to put a link somewhere. And if you like this, please subscribe. Hit the little bell so that you get all my updates. And be sure to share this with your friends, your countrymen, co-workers, even people you don't like. And cheers.